Hey there, welcome back to She Boss Nation 90-day coaching program. My name is Casey, this is Kylie. Today in this video, we are going to share with you how you can build new connections on social media to build your business. So there are two ways to build our businesses. Number one, we talk to new people. Number two, talk to more people. If you want to be in business, you have to talk to new people and you have to talk to more people. So today in this video, we are going to share with you how you can connect with new people and more people on a daily basis. So for me personally, I'm going to tell you some stuff about Kylie. So Kylie, I had 2 knee surgeries over the course of the last few years. I am a competitive athlete. I love fitness, and something that I want to learn more about is gardening. Okay, so here are some things about me. So I shared those with you. So right now I want you to take out a piece of paper and write down the things that you love. Write down 5 things that you love. Is it sewing? Have you gone through, are you overcoming a certain injury? Do you have some kind of health issue? Do you have something that makes you who you are? Right? So write down those 5 things. So for me, like I told you, I've had 2 knee surgeries over the course of the last few years. And so for me, I'm in some knee surgery Facebook groups. So like Casey mentioned, the goal is to talk to new people and talk to more people. So one way you can meet new people on Facebook is through Facebook groups. But I'm not telling you to join a bunch of health groups or a bunch of female entrepreneur groups. Because those groups have a lot of people who are also, if you're network marketing, they have a lot of network marketers in there. So you don't want to join those groups. Do you like scrapbooking? Do you like sewing? Do you like hiking? Do you like Subarus? Do you like traveling? So think of these different hobbies and think about the 5 things you're most passionate about. Just join groups based around those things that you're passionate about or things you want to learn more about. As Kylie mentioned, gardening. Gardening is something I want to get more into. And so I recently just joined a gardening group. And then what do you do when you go into those groups? So when you go in the groups, you want to become the most popular person in the group. So what do I mean by that? You want to be the encourager. You want to be the person that roots people on. You want to give people tips, right? If you're an expert when it comes to sewing in this sewing group, give your tips. I know for me in my knee groups, whenever I see someone has a surgery, I'm in there and I say, hey Sherry, good luck with your surgery. I'm sending you prayers, right? I write a comment on Sherry's post. But also when you're in Facebook groups, you have to look for people you want to build a business with, right? If the person isn't a quality person, don't add them on Facebook. And all we're trying to do in Facebook groups is create genuine relationships. So let me give you an example. So Shelly just had a knee surgery. I'm rooting Shelly on. I said, oh my word, Shelly, sending you prayers. I hope everything's going well. How are you feeling? Right, so I'm commenting this. And all of a sudden, Shelly replies back. She says, hey, Kylie, thank you so much for the prayers. Yeah, I'm doing okay, yada, yada. This was a concern. Well, what can I do? I can click on Shelly's name. I can add Shelly on Facebook. And I can move that conversation to Messenger. There are 3 things that we want to do in a Facebook group. We want to be encouraging, we want to be entertaining, or we want to be engaging. Encouraging, entertaining, engaging. If you do the 3 E's in whatever Facebook group you are in, it is guaranteed that you will have success with building relationships within those Facebook groups. So the first way to meet new people and connect to new people and more people is through Facebook groups. And one last thing about Facebook groups, I do want you to remember it's so important when you are meeting people in Facebook groups, you want to know where you found that person. So in my first message, if I say, hey Shelly, I saw your post in the ACL Facebook group, how are you doing? So whenever I see Shelly's name and I scroll up in that message, I know where I found her from. The second way to find new friends on Facebook is fan pages or sponsored ads. So for example, sponsored ads, somebody spent a ton of money to sponsor that ad. What is happening on that ad? There is engaging comments happening on the ad. If you follow someone who puts out a sponsored ad, they paid a lot of money for that ad, so what can you do? Well, you know, if you like the thing that they are sponsoring, create relationships in the comments. The same thing with Facebook's fan pages. I've met some of my favorite people I'm friends with on Facebook from Facebook fan pages. So think about, what would my lifer, what would my avatar, your avatar, your lifer, the person you want to attract into your business is your avatar or lifer. Kylie and I use the term lifer. Your lifer is somebody who is just a few steps behind you. So for example, I am a huge Bob Proctor fan. I love personal development. I love Ed Mylett. I love Seth Godin. I love Marketing Mind. So those are a lot of the people I follow on Facebook and their Facebook fan pages. So what happens on the fan pages is I engage in the comments. When they do a live video, Oprah, I love Oprah. I have made so many friends off from Oprah, and you know what? I've made a lot of money off Oprah too, because I've connected with people in the comments from the Facebook Lives of fan pages, and I've built genuine relationships with them. And as Kylie mentioned, the same thing. I say, hey, Susie, I just saw your comments on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday. I just absolutely love Brene Brown. Have you been studying her for a while? I said where I found her, and then I asked a question. I started a conversation, and more than likely, this person is like-minded because their comments captured my attention. And that's a really powerful tip that Casey shared with you, is make your connection unique, right? Don't make someone feel like they're a number. Don't go and say to someone, hey, I saw your comment on Oprah, how are you? That doesn't make someone feel valued, right? But say you jump on Oprah's Live and you see this girl that looks super stellar. She's dropping a bunch of really sharp comments, and you say to yourself, wow, I want a friend like that. So what do is you love her comments, reply back, add her on Facebook, shoot her a message and say, oh my word, Sally, I absolutely love your comments on Oprah. I literally I had to go look at your page. You are just infectious. I love your energy. I love what you're all about. So tell me, what do you do? What do you do for a living? How did you find Oprah? Do you see how that's different? It's more genuine. And the genuine compliment actually creates connection. Or if somebody asks a question, one of my favorite friends I've met on Facebook, her name is CJ. She's amazing. I met her on a Seth Godin Facebook Live. She asked a question about a book, and I remember just getting in her inbox and be like, oh my word, I loved your comments. Actually, I think she asked for a review on a book or something, and I said, oh my word, I just finished reading that book. I absolutely loved it. And then I provided value to answer her question, and then we started a conversation. And now Kylie and I have gotten on the phone with her. She's amazing, but it was because I answered a question that she was asking on the Facebook Live. And when Casey talks about sponsored ads, I do want to bring this up. With sponsored ads, if you don't know what that is, it literally has someone's name, and then if they're not your friend, it literally says in your newsfeed on Facebook, sponsored underneath it. So you'll see collagen ones, you'll see weight loss ones, you'll see life coaching ones, Weight Watchers. I've gotten customers off the Weight Watchers post before. So we're giving you some tips. So let us know what Rachel Hollis is a great person who sponsors a ton of ads. No, that's so true. So those are some tips of how to find friends on Facebook. So that's an unlimited amount of people. And I do want to mention, you have to be super careful when you're in groups. The intention of adding someone on Facebook in a group actually isn't to sell to them. It's to gain a new friendship. And what will happen, you build this friendship, because groups do have rules and they have regulations. When you build this friendship, through the group, you're providing value back and forth. When you become a friend with them on Facebook, what's going to happen? They're going to start watching your stuff. They're going to start engaging on your curiosity posts. They're going to start engaging with what you're doing on your social media wall. Some of our biggest followers that follow us on social media are people we met through a group, and then once we met them through a group, they started watching our videos. And then we've been able to have business conversations. We've been able to have product conversations because they asked us about what we did. So Kylie brings up such a good point. When you go into a group, don't go into a group with the intention of, I'm going to sell. Go into a group with the intention, I'm going to provide value to build meaningful connections, and you never know where those connections are going to go. So those are our tips for you, especially in groups. Another tip is, I said be the most popular person in the group, so you're commenting and replying back to people, but also create value in the group, right? Create a post of you gardening outside and said, hey, I'm a brand new gardener. What tips do you have for me? What's going to happen? You're going to get a bajillion comments. So find a way to create unique connections with people. There is another way to meet people on Facebook, and that is through suggested friends. The big thing with suggested friends on Facebook is you want to make sure, if you're building a network marketing business, that you're not friending all of your network, the people in your company, because then Facebook's actually going to start suggesting you to their friends. Facebook will start suggesting you to their network. So sometimes it's better, if you are in a network marketing company, to not be friends with the people that you are in the company with. Of course, be friends with your uplines and your mentors, but when it comes to sidelines and cross lines, sometimes it's better, so you don't cross over networks. It's better actually to follow each other, make sure you're friends on Messenger, and you can continue to build a relationship. But if you are friending through suggested friends, always check, okay, who are my mutual friends? Am I crossing into somebody else's network? All right, so here are 4 tips of how to build new connections on Facebook. Number 1 is through groups. Number 1 is through Number 1 is through groups. Number 2 is through fan pages. Number 3 is through sponsored ads. And number 4 is through suggested friends. So your call to action today is to go make 5 new friends today. If you have under 1,000 friends on Facebook, and you're trying to build a business online, you should be adding 10 to 20 new friends a day on Facebook until you get to at least 2,500 friends. Building those relationships, building your network, what is that going to do? That's going to build your net worth. No, I love it. So true. I love it. If you got some value from today's video, drop down in the comments what your biggest takeaway was. And if you haven't yet, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we are just so grateful for you to be here with us tonight. Thank you so much. We will see you soon. See ya.